Morning, guys. Well, afternoon, evening, whenever you guys decide to watch this, but it's morning here, and it's a beautiful morning. Nice, beautiful blue sky. You can hear the cicadas and those awful crepe myrtles. They're in bloom, which makes me stuffy. But anyway, I wanted to show you from my other video, I was talking about the door latches that I made for the barn doors and so forth. And I did put up a quick little video, but it was super dark. So I'm going to show you what I did and what needs to be kind of sort of finished. So, ha! There we are. Okay, so there are the doors. This is the door latches, but it's not finished. So I hate showing you guys not a finished product, but it's actually kind of fun to watch me how it all goes together. So this, let me zoom out a bit. Okay, so this goes back and forth through these. Unfortunately, these husband cut these to exact size. So with swelling, it's a little difficult. Like first thing this morning, I can't open the door. It's all swollen shut. So that's a problem. And what I'll probably end up doing is just cutting this board. I'm gonna rip it probably right here at this line and then rerouter it so it looks all nice and pretty, and then stain it. And that way we can get in and out. So the board's a little smaller. The other thing is that I made it super long because I wanted this bar to be kind of in the same aspect size of the doors. So as you can see, these are really huge doors. They're actually 10 feet tall. So I wanted a bar. I actually wanted it huge, like that, really big. But unfortunately, that would have been silly. So I made it that way, and I'm probably going to, now that it's smaller and it looks long, it looks kind of out of scale. So I'll probably cut this about here to follow this line on the door. So I'm going to have a handle pull here, and I'm probably going to put a little dowel here right at the edge. So when you pull this through, it won't just hang. So let me see if I can get through here. Let me see, pull the doors up maybe. There we go. Haha, there we go. Okay. Yeah, definitely need a handle. Definitely need to make this a little smaller. It's first thing in the morning, and apparently you need to have the doors pretty close to being right where they need to be in order to pull this out. Okay, so there goes the other door. So as you can see, it just kind of hangs there. So if I have a dowel here, it's gonna keep that stable. And then I could do the same over here to keep it stable on this side too. All right, doors, see you later. Let's get these open. Because I wanted to see how hot it gets in here. So we shut it up overnight. Simply not for the summertime, but for the winter. I wanted to see how hot it gets. And it's actually, it's pretty hot. I'm gonna bring the horses back in here and let them dry. I gotta give them a bath. So I wanna make sure that they can hang out in here. They have hay. Okay, good deal. Okay, so there is a super nice breeze that comes in through here. So that's what I'm gonna do with the doors. I'm gonna cut them today. I'm gonna make the same thing on the other side. So there we go. So that way, I'll have a dowel here to kind of keep it balanced. It'll look nice. And that way when it's here, it sits on that dowel. And it won't go, and it looks stupid. So over here, you can see it's already rubbing and starting to rub off the paint, which really kind of stinks. So I didn't want to stain it. I wanted to paint it. But I have a feeling I'm going to have to stain it after all or something. I don't know, maybe put like a lacquer on it. I don't know. Whoever does painting and staining of outdoor stuff, who knows how to keep that from happening, just let me know, and I'll see if I can take it all apart. But one thing that you do not see is all the screws. Where are all the screws? No screws, no screws, no screws. My husband comes up with some great ideas every once in a while, and we worked from the back. So these three attach this piece to here, okay? I will show you how it all goes with this one. Okay, so with the ones over here, this is how I built these, and I really like these. These work amazingly well. I absolutely love them. See, there's the dowel. I was able to do two at the same time because of the opening there. So this is where I put all the screws, and I kind of like that look, that bolty look, but he didn't want to have that look on the outside of the door. So what I did with these, instead of bolting them here and here like I did over there, I'm gonna flip them upside down. This is gonna be, if you can imagine, on the other side, a bolt that comes in here and here and here and here on that side. So that way it all gets all nice and neat, just the way it needs to be. So these are going on the inside of the door, on the outside, and this is the one. So I'm gonna cut this down right away because I can tell you, well, I think that one will be okay. There's enough light going through that one. Not so much on that one. So I'm going to cut this down anyway, just like that. And then I'll restain it and go from there. So that's that one project. That's for today. And then this is for today. This was that really dark, it was a 12 by 12 board that I ripped into a 8.5 by 11. And that is going on the other side of this here as an overflap. So it'll stick out over here and you won't see that gap that you saw before because I used just normal size boards for these, the 8-foot boards. And of course these are never 8 foot. They're always like an inch or two shorter, which an inch or two with this equaled that. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do today. That's our project for today after we wash the horses and give them a bath and give them some food. And, oh yeah, our lights. This is what I was telling you during the day. So, yeah. Let me just touch on this real quick. So, the lanterns, you know what? Oh, we have it here. I'll show you. See, that one's not done and that one's not done yet, but he's been working on this one. So let me show you what he's been doing. I have to come up here anyway. Okay. So what I had to do was put in the thing that holds the light bulb. So I had to wire that up into those little wires that come out of here. So I'm not an electrician, so I'm not using the right term, so I apologize. So this has got all the wires, those in it. They had 3, but I took the ground out because I only need a black and white for the light bulb. So those get wired up into that box. I don't do it. And then he gave me the little wing nut thingies to kind of wrap everything all together. And then the zip tie holds kind of everything because that wire for the light bulb is like super flimsy and it moves around a lot. But this wire is very strong and you can bend it. So I used this wire and the zip tie to be able to bend it and make sure that the light bulb will stay straight in the box. So that's what we did over there. I don't know if you can see it from here, but I have to make some modifications to that one because you see it's hanging way too low. So I have to push up the wires. I think same with that one. You can see the clips. And I have to take some electrical tape and wrap the little wing nuts. So, but that's what we're doing. This one goes up into that box. That one's already done. That one goes up into that box. That one goes into that box. And that one goes into the box over here. So that's that. Now, we had some recommendations on putting in some rope lighting from Stable Horse Rehabilitation and Training and all them. And Graham said that would be really kind of cool to put some rope lighting in here. And we had already discussed, it was funny, that night to put in rope lighting. And I thought it was a really cool idea. What we were going to do originally was we were going to put some smart bulbs in there because the girl who controls everything, hold on, I gotta sneeze. Okay, thank you. Crazy crepe myrtles, I told you they make me stuffy. So yeah, because she who controls everything, I'm not gonna say it because it'll set everybody else's off. She's already controlling the barn main lights, those ones up there. And she's got a radio and all that stuff. She's in there. So we figured maybe putting in some smart bulbs so we could like turn them red, because everybody knows that red is easier on the eyes. And I'm gonna put you guys down, but there's a spider web. Drow spider webs. Ugh, I got Sable Fresh in here and it's not controlling the spiders like it's supposed to. So yeah, anyway, we were gonna put the smart bulbs in there so we could turn them red, and that way when we came in here we could just hit the phone and turn on like Darcy's stall or Jarvis's stall and see the red, or this one, this sparrow stall, and have red light, and that way it won't bother their eyes and blind them and takes forever for a horse's eyes to readjust. So then the track lighting was a great idea if we wanted to keep these existing bulbs, because my niece is thinking about having her wedding here next October, so that'll be fun. So I want to I don't really want to have to change out the bulbs all the time. So we still might do that. We'll probably, because all of this upper section is going to be closed in now, we can start doing that now that these are in. I might just put it on the top section. So the little ledge that that creates up here, I might use that for the track lighting, and that way it's all the way at the top. But that's an expense to talk about later after everything else gets done. So I'm gonna go and get the horses. I'm gonna give them a bath. They need their breakfast, and I need another cup of coffee. That would be really nice. And it's super, super hot, and I'm gonna bring them in here with a fan and get them to cool down. And the cows are mowing. I'll show you the cows. Come here. There are the cows. Way out there in their new little pen. They love it. That's Magoo. And Chuckles is on the other side. I think Magoo just woke up from a nap and is looking for Chuckles. Hi, Magoo! Usually he moves back. Hey, Magoo! No, he's not gonna move today. Yeah, Chuckles is on the other side. No, Chuckles is behind him. Chuckles is so dark it's hard to see him. But he's behind him way back in the back corner. So I guess they were just sleeping and ruminating or doing whatever cows do when they chew their cud. I think it's called ruminating. Okay, one more thing before I let you guys go. I don't really mean to do this because I probably should put all of these in separate videos. You know, one for the door, one for the lighting, one for the cows. But I've got so much to do. I'm going to be traveling this weekend, so I'm just going to lump them all on one. It's only been 14 minutes anyway. So Saturday afternoon, we put down a weed killer because I really wanted to kill some of these weeds out here in the pasture, and they were really getting out of control. I mean, crazy out of control. Like that guy. We've been starting to get these prickers. I don't know what they are, but I'll tell you, they got some mean prickers on the underside and all the way down their stalk. I mean, it's awful. They won't eat them. The cows won't eat them. Then, of course, these things. And this is just a pain in the ass. They put up these sprouts. I don't know what they are, but they're annoying. I get the seeds on everything. So, see? But look, see? It's working. They're dying. the sides are shriveling up, and it's working. They're yellow, they're dying. Yay! Okay, so there's another patch of stuff. Now these guys are dying too, and I usually just pull them up. I don't know what kind of plant they are, but they're like little trees. Let me find one that's healthy. Okay, here's one. It's really super tiny because I pulled them all up, but this is what it looks like when it's kind of healthy. I have to be really careful and not hit this fence. The fence is really awful. But I usually pull it up, and I don't know what it is, but it can get really super tall. But this stuff is really, I put 2,4-D down on it, and it's really killing this stuff. I mean, this is nice. This is really, really nice. It's all dying. But this is the regular grass, and it's not really bothering the grass too much. So there's another one that's dying. And you can see that, unfortunately, it will kill the clover. It'll burn the clover, which is all of this. I mean, this is all nice clover. It's white clover, so it's not bad for the horses to eat. But it won't kill it because clover is pretty resilient, which is fine because I want the clover to come back. So that's okay. So now we have all sorts of like dying spots. It's really kind of nice. All the clover is turning yellow. Oh, my poor clover is all turning yellow. But so isn't all the bad weeds too. Now we got these guys too. These I call them city weeds because you have a lot of these in the city a lot. But the funny thing is this is edible. You can actually take these leaves, not obviously now because they're dying, but you can take these leaves and you can put them in a salad, and they're really super good for you. And you can pull the seeds off of these, and you can put the seeds in your salad as well. And another thing is you can take the leaf and you can make it into a poultice, and you can put it on like a bee sting and stuff like that, and it acts as keeps the itch away. So those are dying, which is good because they spread like wildfire. So as you can see, it has been, so like I said, Saturday late afternoon, and I put this stuff down at a gallon per 2 acres. I think it was like a half a gallon per acre, and mixed it with 25 gallons of water. And then I also put in some sort of other thing that my ag center recommended, but it's 2,4-D, and I can still smell it now, so I know it's still working. And it hasn't rained. We've just had a lot of dew, and I'm really, really excited. I am just so happy that all these things are dying. I am so happy because they're a pain in the butt to pull up. So after that, what we're gonna do is, after all these are dead, we're gonna come back and I'm gonna seed. I'm gonna buy some seed specific, not like a blend or anything like I had. See, because it's not bothering this clover, so that's good. And I think some spots I probably put down more than others, because you see this one's not dying. This isn't dying. It is a little bit on this side, but not so much on this side, so maybe I missed a row. Yeah, like this one, this isn't dying. This is pretty healthy, and it's got one of those stupid prickery things next to it. But yeah, so then we're gonna seed, and we're gonna fertilize and then seed, and we'll go from there. So let me get these guys out, put them in the barn while they wait for their bath, and get them back out so they can have their breakfast, and Darcy can have his Presend and not get sick. So that's that. I've wrapped everything up. I've been chatterboxing for 19 minutes now. So thank you for watching. Thank you for paying attention, sort of. You probably phased out and then came back and then phased out like I do. And we will see you next time on another episode of Summerfield Farm and those guys over there, Draft Horses. Have a great day. Happy Tuesday.